we're about to start at 4 o'clock. There might few people still gonna come. It's going to be, as usual, it's going to be a very exciting presentation because I was waiting there for 2 weeks. Yeah, and since the last presentation is already 2 weeks gone, and unfortunately, for those who couldn't see, for those who were waiting a presentation happening on Thursday, the 15th, I really apologize. It couldn't have been happening. So, but that's actually even better because the presentation which we're having now, it have lots of more news, and it's going to be a lot more exciting than it happened on Thursday. Why? We're going to tell you later on. And me and Armand here today, as well as Armand's here, the busy man who have been on many events. He's here with us. He's watching us, and he will participate in the presentation as well. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. We'll do it on a larger scale that you will see on my proper presentation again. Here we go. Right. All right, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back again to our Skyway team. Our presentation of the Skyway is going to be. It has been a really hard-working weeks, and there were so many events, and thankfully, that's all gone now. We all here. It's Monday the 19th. We will start our presentation right now. So Skyway. I'm just going to talk to our topic, what we're going to discover today, what we're going to talk about, and what we will cover for the whole presentation of the time being. I'm very glad that it's happened today because there are so many events, so many things happening in Skyway. Another really good thing, which I'm really glad about, is just the fact that it doesn't matter how many actual people are joining the actual online webinar and how many people of you are hearing me right now on that particular moment, because the presentation is recorded, and after everyone who missed an opportunity presentation, you can see them. You can see in the Skyway Invest group is a channel of Google, or not Google, sorry, the YouTube channel, Skyway Invest group, as well as the Skyway, and there's I think the 5-6 different channels. So the presentation will be shared. Everyone can see that, and everyone can show. The last webinar where there was kind of 25 or 30 participants. But then within just a couple of days, there was 350 views. And for me, for being a speaker, to doing that for the first time at that time in the Skyway, it was such a pleasure to see the actual benefit, the outcome, how many people watch the actual webinar. Anyway, so let's come back to our topics covered. So today we're going to talk. It will be more comprehensive. It will be more structured, more sort of genetically covered in terms of the actual company, the actual Mr. Unitsky, the actual Skyway, its benefits, the comparison analysis, so you all can see live right now or later on video if you watch it on video. So Unitsky as a genius scientist, Anatoly Unitsky. There's a lot we're gonna cover the Anatoly Unitsky from. We're not gonna cover from here A to Z because the presentation for 1 hour wouldn't be never enough. But we will be covering the main thing, what he had, what he achieved, his goals, and everyone have his own goals, and if there's so many goals how the Mr. Anatoly achieved, that it's just impossible to imagine. But I'm amazed by this person myself, so it's just I have different thoughts about his work. I've read, and for me joining the team just a few months ago, how much I discovered, how much I researched about him, it's just difficult to explain. Anyway, Unitsky as a genius scientist, innovation in the world's technology. We talked about in the last webinar about the technology overall in terms of the time scaling, in terms of phone and TVs. We will cover that in current presentation as well. However, it's going to be just for a few minutes, because we're mainly going to talk about the transport. The other thing which I have been asked by the viewers of the previous webinar is that I'm talking a bit too fast. which is not quite good thing for you as a viewer. However, there is so much things to cover in just 1 hour, so I have to be fast. I have to be quick, and just try to catch me. If you not, watch a video where it's going to be recorded and scroll it back. Innovation in world technology, how Unitsky technology can save planet, the benefits of it, everything was what we're going to cover in those. You can hear and see and do your own analysis as well. And how can you earn an innovation? So we're not going to just cover about the transport and everything. We will cover the fact about the wealth, health, and happiness. We will cover those 3 facts. How can you achieve those 3 things by being a part of the team, being the part of Discovery, being with us in the team together. So let's just talk about Mr. Anatoly Unitsky. So as you can see, Mr. Anatoly Unitsky is not just a great and genius scientist. He's also achieved a lot in his life. So he's not only a great inventor and a scientist. He's the chief designer of Unitsky string technology. He's a director of 2 projects of United Nations. He's a member of the cosmonautics groups of USSR Federation. He's author of 140 inventions, 200 scientific facts, and thousands and thousands of different articles. He's so when back in 1978, when Unitsky were driven and were given this idea to do the skyway, to do the railway, to make our planet better. When he was given this idea at that time, the 38 years ago, or 38 years ago, their views were different. So he couldn't find enough supporters in order to drive this project further. However, he were driven by this idea all his life. The idea to create his baby, the Skyway, were given him since 38 years ago. The 38 years ago, it was a hard times. It was a hard time to achieve anything, especially inventions, and especially because the people were working by hands. There wasn't so many roles where you can work on and make your money by your head. But the thing is, just think about it, without having a certain success in his ideas and in his inventions, he was still doing it. He still were doing for 38 years, and finally, because of he had failure. How many failures he could have? He had a lot of them. But after 38 years, now, just literally 2 years ago, is arising. It started to be worldwide. It started to be now in English language, because I'm talking in English now. It's going to worldwide. It's going big. He found his supporters. He achieved what he wanted, and he got it. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be a part of his team, be a part of the generation, the Unitsky generation of the Skyway. So that was a bit emotional. However, I do believe with him with all my heart. I do believe that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm doing the good thing. And on the last presentation, when I was saying that, did you ever think about doing something good? I thought that I wanted to deliver you a fact that the good is you're doing it for future. You're doing that not only for you, not only for your happiness, for your own wealth, for your own health. You're doing that for your generations, for your kids, for kids of your kids. And that's the only fact which makes people not being that selfish in their, not being that selfish in what are they doing every day. It's just thinking about the future. And by thinking about the future generation, we're thinking about our generations. Anyway, let's talk about the Anatoly Unitsky and the Rod Hook. So who is that man? Who is the Rod Hook and who is Anatoly Unitsky? So what's similar? What bringing these two people, two main sort of the construction characters together? And who is Rod Hook? The Rod Hook is the chief executive, which is CEO of Departments of Transport and Energy and Infrastructure in South Australia. He's a Coordinator General and a Rail Commissioner. So to give you an idea who is Mr. Unitsky and Mr. Rod Hook, basically just think about the shark. It's big, it's massive, and what it does, it was going through its life to the success of these ideas. And now these two sharks, Mr. Rod Hook and Anatoly Unitsky, they having a partnership. They signed up on a partnership together. Thank you very much for the Rod Hook to give us then a permission to allow us officially to introduce as a Rod Hook as a partner to Anatoly Unitsky. And the Rod Hook is a big name. You can Google it, you can read it, and you can do all the research because it's transparent. Nowadays, all the information which you source, all the information which you can see, you can find it online. And it's so transparent. You can ask questions. You can ask the questions to Google, and it's gonna bring you all the transparency about the company, about the Mr. Unitsky and about Hook. Just we follow for the further slides, and we're gonna talk about the Skyway. So the Skyway is not only Unitsky's baby. Now is a part of is a part of you. It's part of me. It's because we can be owners of our company. It can be owners of that company of the Skyway. So the Skyway is a string technology transportation system which were created by Anatoly Unitsky. Is an intensive development of the fourth generations of string technologies. The Skyway is not only the 21st century future. Is future of our kids. Is our future. Is future which will be happening. Is happening now. The construction is happening now. And the more presentations and webinars we do, the more that we show that it's happening there. The event which Armand will tell you a little further about, is just his expression and emotions. I just talked, unfortunately I could talk before the webinar, I could talk with Armand only for 5-10 minutes because we need to prepare, to do our certain preparations for the webinar. But how much emotions he gave me for these 5 minutes, I couldn't believe. I said, Armand, yeah, that's it, you need to stop. Let's just do it. Let's just do our way. Let's just do webinar, because that's what we are, people who driven by the idea, who given the idea of the Skyway and the future generation, the power of now, by the wealth, health, and happiness, and all those beautiful things we are. We together giving this idea, and by the Armand giving me this opportunity to participate in such a future project, it's just an honor. It's just an honor. Anyway, let's go back to the subject. So the Skyway. So more than 30 years ago, and more than 30 years ago, several already more than 30 years already. And several hundreds of millions of dollars has been spent to bring Unitsky's projects to life. Just imagine a lightweight train elevated above the ground with the tensions of the wires of 100,000 tons. Due to its great aerodynamics, it's capable of reaching speed of 500 kilometers an hour. The cost of the trip will be 7 times cheaper than a conventional train. The level of safety will be 2,000 times higher than traveling by car, and the trip will require 10 times less energy or fuel. That's about it. That's what the Skyway about. It's a string technology. It's about string development, but we're going to talk about little further on the following slides. That Skyway is not only about those string technology in terms of the high speed inside the city. The cargo one is more is about the objective targets one. So we're going to talk about what's mean objective target on the following slides. So let's just before we're going to talk further about all those about all the specifications and the technical drawings and technical samples of of an actual transport which are projected, which is building now, which have a models 1 to 10, and now is building up model 1 to 1 of the actual the high speed and unibus transport. So the high speed Skyway, what this does is having a capacity of 500 people. It can carry up to 100 tons. It goes 500 kilometers an hour, and it can cover a distance up to 10,000 kilometers. They have also a gradient of 10 and 30% in special parts. So the model of that one, the small model of that one, that already exists. So I've just seen recently from the event, which Armand will tell you, I've seen the pictures, and actually seen the little model of that one already on the picture. Unfortunately, I didn't see it still live, but because Armand was there, and the pictures was from there, I've seen it. And so that's like a little sample of the rail, which used by clever fabric, clever material, and which have 100 tons of the wires have 100,000 tons of tension inside the wires. Let's have a look at the city mounted one. There is two types of the city Skyway. This is a lovely one. I loved it. The city one. It looks so small, and for me so like cute, and I can see it. I can see it in the future. I definitely can imagine that. And it's already building up in the Ecotechno Park in Belarus. So that it can take passengers up to 100 people at a time, up to 10 tons. It can go also in a gradient of 10–15%. I will explain what's mean declivity of the gradient on a little further slides. Up to 100 kilometers an hour. It can carry up to 25,000 people of 1,000 tons a day. And also it can cover a distance of 200 kilometers an hour. 200 kilometers. So the pictures below, I really like those pictures, especially the left one at the bottom, because it sees how those cars are struggling there at the bottom on the left-hand side, and how easy it is for this little mini cute unibus just to cover the area, because it's above, it doesn't touch the land, it doesn't mess up with any cars, so it can go nicely and slowly and in the right rate and in the right path. And so for us, for the big cities like Moscow, New York, Paris, or London, it's a huge issue. It's not only an issue because the carbon dioxide coming to air, or this coil, or this combustion engines giving a bad things, which we will cover on the further slides. But in the same time, is the traffic. Traffic is an obstacle for you to move to work, obstacle for you to relocate yourself more fast and reliable, and especially it's dangerous in the same time, because the more traffic is happening, the more nerves going on the roads, and especially in London, there where to have a car in London, you must have lived in the city center, because otherwise it's going to take you 2.5 hours at least to cover the distance which the underground will cover in 20 minutes. However, even the tube between 8 and 10 in the morning, or 5 and 7 in the evening, it has such an amount of such a frequency of people there that you can go just in a train, and the people just will carry you to a right, or maybe not a right carriageway, because there's so many of them. It's such you squashed and squeezed, and it's not. And the system of the tube is failing due to its building up times so many times ago. However, we'll come back to our subject, and we could talk about the suspended one. So have a look at the suspended, and have a look at the city mounted one. They both having an absolutely same principle, but one of them is sort of suspended, another one it's mounted. The suspended one, I've seen the actual video where Unitsky was testing the sample of the 1 to 10 of the suspended City Skyway train. And you also can find all that information online in internet, in YouTube, in Google. It's all transparent. It's all for you. So let's cover the technical specifications. So it can take up to 100 people, up to 10 tons. Also have declivity of or gradient up to 10 to 30%. The distance up to 200 kilometers and speed up to 150 kilometers an hour. So it's in the same time it's a beautiful sort of amazing the transportation system. That picture on the right hand side, that's sort of the I'm not quite sure. I think it's from the fast one, but it gives you an idea how approximately it stays on the rails. The cargo. Let's talk about the cargo. The cargo one, which the main cargo which used worldwide is the cargo of the ships, because ships can carry a lot of product and different sizes of the products. However, there is a cargo which will be created for the different size of the objects on your left at the bottom as well. So let's just cover the specifications. It can carry up to 20,000 tons. It can carry about 250 million tons per year, speed up to 120 kilometers, and it can have such a weather resistance that not even a hot safari or really cold Siberia not gonna do anything to the cargo train, which here. The suspended one. The suspended one is more for the sources and oils and those sort of minerals of the different cities and the countries. But the good thing about it, why I really liked the suspended one, that it can be absolutely automatic. There is no workforce, no human workforce needed. It goes from one place, some sand or anything goes inside, it closes. It turns around, it goes to another place and release it itself. So everything, or you can find all the specifications, all the sheets you can find unitski.com or skywayinvestgroup.com or RSV system, rcw-system.com. There's so many websites where you can see the actual information and everything in relation to transportation. So the gradient and aerodynamics. So as you can see, the picture of two buildings of different sizes, and at the picture at the top is the picture from the top, if you can see from above to the ground, and picture on the side like a profile side. The gradient explained in terms of the direct line. What means that this 10 to 30%. So the distance in between, imagine 500 between these two buildings, 500 to 1,000 meters. So from half a kilometer to a kilometer. So because of its great aerodynamics, obviously it would be silly to put straight straight string technology. That we need to allow the aerodynamics to do its work, which will what it does to us. It allows us to not use combustion engines. It allows us to use a source like a solar plates, like good source oils. So it goes from one place to another, reaching a speed of 990 kilometers, and go to another place. Nicely, like a little roller coaster. It's an absolutely genius idea. It's so easy, everyone could think about, but no one would think that it could be applicable. So let's just talk about the Skyway target projects and what means Skyway target projects. So it's independent projects which are developing the Skyway technology in wide range of the countries and cities. And here we're going to talk about the Smart Sky Park, and because you're probably a little bit already tired to hear my voice and see my emotions, I would like to welcome here Armas to give us a little bit of description about the Skyway targeted projects. Armas?
Hello guys. Yeah, thank you, Jan. So I'm really glad that I have a little bit internet here in Moscow. So guys, can you please press pluses or minuses if you can hear me perfectly or not, so just I can understand. So you have chat, and where is the chat? Just press plus if you hear me well. If not, press minus, so then I will work out my microphone. Because the information which I'm planning to give you guys, so it will be just straight from Unitsky's mouth, because I just met him 2 days ago. Yesterday we went back from Belarus, and I'm really trying to upload the pictures which we took at this base for the 0 kilometer. So what it actually means? That actually means that we are starting to build this skyway demonstration, like a section. And it was very nice how Unitsky did it. So basically they started with a brick road, then they went to the asphalt, so which is like quite modern today, so then railroad, and the last is our 0 kilometer, was written like a skyway 0 kilometer. And I was really happy to see it, because I remember how 1.5 years ago, when I started to believe in his idea, it was very tough time, because when I was doing the presentations, something similar like Jan is doing now, but at that time we just had like a nice pictures and idea. After 1.5 years, so we are started to build. What that means? That means that we already finished this technical documentation. We get all the constructors on the place. We have now government supporting, and the land which was given to us by them, it's for 99 years. So basically we are fully covered by them, and all what we need, we just need to keep going. A little bit about the target project. I would like to probably introduce you, or just to make announcement, so that at the moment Rod Hook, like Jan already mentioned, so he came from Australia to Minsk to this eco-techno park, just to see himself what exactly Unitsky is doing. And he was very surprised when he came and he saw exactly those things what Unitsky were presenting to him through the internet. Why he actually came? Because probably like most of us, we don't believe that this transportation can exist, because all of us we know we know that there is a lot of competitors on the way, but I can assure you guys, so that one thing what we need to make happen, it's to spread the word about this technology to all humankind. And we are seeking only for 1% of the people who can understand what we are doing. And let's back to the topic. So about the London project, we already have the company, so who will be implementing this light, how Unitsky is calling Unibike in London. And at the moment, so we are talking to the couple of people in different sides of Great Britain, and they are really interested, because it's a very easy to build in terms of the investment. So it's a quite cheap, I would say, and the return of investment is pretty good. That's why at the moment we are talking to the one of a university. He's a professor in university, so I don't want to mention at the moment his name, but I really believe that we will sign the deal, and after maybe a couple of weeks, so he will be presenting himself in our webinars as well. The second thing we have in what was the name? Oxford. So that is all of you probably know the Oxford. So it's a quite good place where to get good diploma. yeah. But in the same time, this diploma didn't guarantee you that you will be able to achieve in your life after graduating. Why? Because most of the people, they are graduating, they are finishing some kind of studies, but because they don't know where they would like to be in the next 5-10 years, so that's where everything stops. And Jan, thank you very much for joining us back. Can you please, in a couple of words, just tell how you feel, because you joined, I think, about like 2 months ago. How you feel, how you are finding yourself in this project, and what actually brought you here?
The thing is, no, I was actually joining my screen because I was listening when you was talking about the Oxford and about the education. And frankly, there's so many. It doesn't. I've seen so many the presentations and the speeches when the people talking about the education and everything. And what's the main thing? What they say that yes, you get the basic knowledge. You get the knowledge about the world. You get the knowledge about the subject if you're university. However, the knowledge how to live, how to save your money, how to be wealthy and happy, unfortunately, you not get that knowledge. And frankly, I had the situation where one of my tutors, she was really good at what she's doing. She was really good. After her, there were so many successful people. There was who came out with a great education and great success, and they become wealthy, happy. They have the cars and everything. What she was teaching them. I mean, she was teaching them so good that they got the success. But she was just a teacher. And what they say, the people who can't reach what they want to reach, they teach. So that's why tutors are there. But that's the funny things. Anyway, thank you very much for asking me a question about the what do I feel about the Skyway. If I still didn't give you that impression, what do I feel about it? Then I feel awesome. I feel amazing. I feel that I'm doing the thing since the time I met you two months ago in London. That changed my perspective to life. I'm a grown-up man. I have my own vision of the world and how the things move and everything. But to be a part of that opportunity, which thank you, Amandus, and thanks to my mom actually, who is also in the team, and I'm really glad that she motivates me a lot, and she hooked me up with the project. Now that's all I'm doing. It's just that this now is my life. And also thank you very much, Amand, for you to took me on board of the sort of developers or people who will be joining the targeted projects, which we are talking now in London. So we talked about you said about the Velo cars and Techno cars, but just I want people just to give them an idea, just to imagine how those things could work. Imagine you are in a car of capacity of 1-2 people inside, and you're going up.
Let me just interrupt you here, because everything what we are now see on the screen is just like the first models which was designed, but on a conference where Unitsky was doing the speech, so we saw the new models. And guys, I can assure you, so it's already on it's already behind those models. There is a Big Ben, and there's like a London Eye, and he already is designing for Britain, and it's gonna be in London, because at the moment we are also talking to those people who are actually responsible for innovations in London as well. So it just I believe like a couple months, and guys, you will see something incredible.
Thank you very much, Armand. Thank you for interrupting me, by the way. Thank you for interrupting me. Right, guys, imagine so on my picture. Unfortunately, I can't really see how's my pictures. What's that? Do you actually, Armand? Do you actually see the presentation on the screen?
Yes.
Right.
I see it.
Yeah, so imagine, guys. So so this travel car, which is on the right hand side, on the top, or this on left of the how the Unitsky called? How what this is here? How this called? The small one at the on the left screen on the bottom.
So he said it is. So he's now thinking about how he will name this car, but at the moment he said it could be like a unibike.
Unibike.
Like a unique bike, yeah.
So
we have this. What was his name? The mayor of London, Boris bike. So we have Boris bike. So now you need to make like a unibike.
Yeah, the Boris bikes is very interesting way to sort of to communicate from one place to another, because they have this the bike station. It's normal bicycle. So you come there, you take your bicycle, and you have half an hour for free. So within this half an hour, you can, if you're able to reach your another station destination, then it's for free. So that's where you can travel around the London for almost for free. However, you can rent it for a day or something. Is that right? Isn't it, Evan?
I have funny story. So I already mentioned so that before I joined the Skyway, so I was working in the Four Seasons, and there was the one couple. So they came to me and they said, "Oh, like Arman, so we rent like we don't want a taxi because we're gonna rent a bike." And what they were doing, so they were renting bike, and then they stuck those bikes in a luggage room in a hotel. So and I told them, you know what? I think that you are actually paying if you are not driving. So, and it's not like what they said, oh, it's only like a one pound an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
But then I found out that during their stay, which was I think 3 or 4 days, no, so I think about like a week, 5 days they were staying. For 2 bikes, they paid £700. And then the next time, so when they came, so they bought their own bikes. And what it's actually like to compare by this unibike, so we don't need to park them somewhere, because it will be like on a smart application. Like today you have all the smartphones, and let's say I'm traveling quite a lot now, and on like I have the application Booking.com, so probably all of you do. And basically on the Booking.com, wherever I am, so all what I need, it's a little bit of internet and my telephone, and I can reserve hotel even in like next couple minutes. So this is
genius there already.
Pardon?
You are booking genius in the Booking.com.
Yeah, I think so. The thing is what I'm trying to say, so that this is the new technology, new perspective, and all what we will be required, so that is our telephone, we will be able to call it straight away. It will come on the place, where are you now, because it will use GPS, and that's why you don't need to rent it. So it will be like your private for decent amount of money.
They're also in the same time those unibikes and everything. If they used for the purpose of leisure, if the purpose of fun, they can do such things like, imagine you go above London on this unibike, and through your window you're not actually seeing the city. You're seeing actually the same city, but you see the city of 18th century. So it can give you a sort of holographic the image that you actually can travel around 18th century or the beginning of 19th century. So instead of the new Trafalgar Square and the new refurbished statue of Wilson, that would be just a statue but without the Wilson on the top, or just around the Buckingham Palace, but the Buckingham Palace would be the black and white 18th century one. I was just thinking that the idea in terms of the leisure, how you can use it, it was just, I just can't imagine. I can't wait that it's going to happen. Or you go on the unibike in the same time around London, and you see the arrows from your window that point out to the statues that this statue has been built in 1969 by that and that. Or you go around the houses, and houses show you this in this house there was living John Lennon or Madonna, or in this house, you know, it's such interactive in terms of the leisure. If you know,
but we already, Jan, if you, I don't know if you already did, but there is that city tour by that red bus. So, and we already have it on place, but all what we are doing, so we are using headphones. and a headphone. So you are choosing the language, and then it's gonna yeah. So we already have it, and all what we need to do, we just need to upgrade it. The same thing like we had, we had those phones. Like I remember 20 years back, so I had phone, and if I will tell my mom, I'm gonna call you on the way home, so she will probably take me to the mental house, because you're like, how you were gonna call me when you're gonna be in a train or tram?
Yeah.
But now actually it's already happening, and that's why I'm 100% sure that something new is coming in. All right, let's cover the topic.
Thank you, Armin, for a little. I think we will be running a little bit over of time because there's so many topics to cover. But I was glad. Thank you very much for talking with us. I will get to you back just in the following slides, where we're going to talk about the experience we had a couple of days ago. All right, Armin, thank you very much. Right, all right, guys. So let's just come back to our webinar. And we talked about this cars, and unfortunately we took a longer time because we're so excited about what's happening. As you can see the Armin's face, I'm excited to see him. I can't wait for him to fly back to London. So we're gonna meet and have a cup of tea, and he's gonna explain me all his emotions. Unfortunately, we can't fit them all in 1 hour time. Especially we can't interact with you at proper level at the moment, because we can see what you can read, what you can write for us, but we can't interact with you. So let's just talk about that's actually our stations for the Skyway, in terms of the leisure, the restaurant, the second level restaurant, second level fitness club, second level leisure centers. And in terms of the leisure, I'm sorry, it's the fact, just think how much. If you go in the leisure park in UK, we have two of them. We have a called Thorpe Park, and we have Alton Towers. So in order to go to Thorpe Park, there's 5 rides, only 5 rides. So you come there at 8 o'clock. There is already 30 people in the queue. You after this, you pass these 30 people, and it's already 10 o'clock. You go for your first ride. You go fairly quick. And you go sit down on the ride, you're having these emotions, roller coasters and things, and because the leisure park is roller coasters and such. So you go on you take this ride. At the time you finish this ride, you go to another ride. It take you already half an hour to wait in the queue, not straight away, because it's already 10 or 10:30, the people came. So by the whole day, the point is that by the whole day, I've been in only 5 rides. There are only 5 rides in the park, but I could try each of them only once, and I've been there. We came there at 9 o'clock, and we finished at 5 when the park was closing. So the queues to get to the ride, the queues to get to a coffee, to get to a toilet is massive in those parks. And the Skyway leisure parks wouldn't allow that to happen. Everything's going to be quick, and everything's going to be fun. It's going to be easy to get. It's going to be much cheaper. It's going to be much useful and much happy and much fun. I can't wait until that's going to happen. And that's a targeted projects which are happening, and they will be happening. As well as the same as in Eco Techno Park, there's already building of the transport, of the Skyway transport happening. Let's just go further. So, as you can see in front of your screen, there is such an amazing picture of the inside interior of the universe. That's when I came across that picture, I start to smile because I can imagine this is happening. This is already every day by day is happening more and more and more. So, in the same time as in the last presentation, I would like to cover a few things with you. So a few technological movements, and in the same time the movements of the transportation system. So we talked in the last time. I spent like maybe 20 minutes on the last presentation just in order to explain how fast is technological movement and those. So but now we'll just cover that. I try to cover that within a minute. So imagine 1928, John Baird created our first TV. created the first TV. That's correct. And the sort of motional image box. 85 years later, in 2013, there was not it's a TV, which is LED, 3D, smart TV, 4K, curved, all these fancy words. That happens in a frame of 85 years. My grandmother, as I said in the last webinar, she's 94. She remembers them not being there at all. And what she sees now, imagine you having your 3D glasses on my 94-year-old grandmother. I put the 3D glasses on her, and she looked at the image goes out of the screen. So the time frames for technological movements, they're really short. They're really short, and they shorten and shorten by 50%. I'm going to explain you why now. When in 1890 the first phone was created by Graham Bell, it was just 38 years before the motional image box, which is TV. 38 years before. So they created this distance communication system where you can take your when you can call from send your voice from one place to another, and then 38 years later, in 1928, they created the box which you can see the screen and the image pops out. So you can send not only the voice, you can send an image. So which from 1890, 83 years late days, 83 years after, Craig Cooper created his first mobile phone. And then after another 42, that's where I'm telling you that the time's shortened by 50%, so it's at 83, and then 42, almost 50%. It's an iPhone, it's an Android phone, it's all these fancy things where you can watch, you can read the book, you can watch a TV, you can count, you can measure, you can do anything. You can do anything really. You can send your selfies to your fan and those happy fancy things. But what's going to happen in 20 years later on? So that's to recap a technology, to recap a technological movement, and how quick, how big is an improvement, how fast is all those things are happening. So the I wanted to remind you a few dates back in time when big things were happening. So in 1883, the Carl Benz created his first motor wagon. Then in 1894, the Wolf Müller created his first motorcycle. In 900, Zeppelin launches his first airship. In 1903, Rudolf Diesel created a diesel engine. So in 1908, Henry Ford created his empire of the cars, empire of the automobile. However, yes, they are giving these combustion engines. They try to create them better. They give this bad coil and bad source and isotopes and nitric oxide and all these bad things to the air. However, the aura of the cars started when the Henry Ford pops in. The first in 1969, the first Boeing 747, the commercial airliner has been came to an image. So since 1969, the people start to travel. They start to go and buy tickets to the plane to go from one place, from a bigger scale distance, from one place to another. That was an amazing invention, but it happened only in 1969. It happened recently. So for you to understand how technological movement fastly improving, for me it's beneficial, because you could understand and you could see that the thing what we're having now, what we're talking about, the skyway and the railway, is happening now, it's building up now, and that's the thing, that's the time where you can be a part of it. That's the thing where you can take an opportunity to be a part of us. In 2002, the SWIG, the sort of the self-balanced transport on the two wheels. When you lean further, you go further, lean backwards. When you turn, so the two cars thing in 2002. And in 2004, the maglev frames have been created. We're going to talk about the maglev in comparison with the skyway in the next 5 minutes. That will be exciting news and exciting findings which I found for you guys. Let's just go further. last presentation, last webinar was talking about that already. Juraj Vaculik is an engineer, is a car designer, is a designer of engines and a designer of the cars, and Stefan Klein is a people ambassador, a marketing guru. Then they collaborate together. They are Slovenians, and they came up to that amazing aeromobile, which from the front, for me, I don't know why, but it reminds me of Toyota Prius. However, it's nice, sleek design, nice, beautiful nose. It's a dual tone. It's a blue and white. It's have a nice sort of the fancy little lights, but nothing cosmic is there. It's nothing from the plane is there from the front. From the side, we can see that it's a nice car on the front. It's like a plane at the back. It's have this little wings which can popping out, and there you can see it's nice and beautiful, and nothing bad is in there. And that's aeromobile. That's a car which can fly. Of course, it's on a prototype, but that's already a third prototype because it's volume. That's the prototype volume 3. And though that these things will happening, and they possibly could, because that's not much difference from the actual the two-person airplane. Nice sleek propeller at the back. It can go up to speed 800 kilometers an hour in the sky, up to 300 kilometers an hour on the ground. It can reach us. It can fly from 150 kilometers and above. It's nicely casual designs, leather for two people, sporty, nice gear, also the pilot screen, but at the same time the screen of the car, nice wheel, nice gear, beautiful. Design is amazing. It's super. When I found that, I'm still going to show that in future presentations, but that's an example. That's a straight example of the technological movement and how the transport the moving further. So the maglev trains. Maglev trains stands for mag for magnetic, lev for the levitation. Okay, so it's a transport method that uses magnetic levitation to move vehicles without touching the ground. With maglev, a vehicle travels along a guideway using magnets to create both lift and propulsion, thereby reducing friction by a great extent and allowing very high speed. So what it does, what's happening? Yeah, here we go. It's a maglev train and it's a ground. It goes above, because plus and minus in the magnetism gives this sort of no friction, and it doesn't touch anything. That's how beautiful they look. One in Shanghai, one is in Los Angeles, and the other one is a high-speed test one. So those trains are an absolutely beautiful invention. They're you don't need to maintain their trains because they have no friction. There's no maintenance for the wheels needed, because there is like they just stand above. But the one big fact, how many good things about the maglev train? That's invention in 2004 until now. They're moving further. It's an amazing. It's go up to 900 kilometers an hour. It's have no friction. It's have a beautiful capacity, a beautiful designs and everything. And how many good things are there? There is a one and very big bad thing. There are actually two. The one of them, that the train can't turn on the left and on the right on a smaller scale. Might will do, but in future, but something like on a bigger, to cover the turn on the left with the distance of maybe 10 kilometers. So because you can go on it straight. And another bad thing, I will show you in comparison, it's money. It's a finance. So my comparison showed that the line cost between Tokyo and Osaka, which is 320 miles, which is 515 kilometers, is $100 billion. $100 billion, which is 64 billion pounds. Versus I put the line and infrastructure and the cost of the travel, considering that the cost of the smart sky park is at $200,000 a kilometer times 515, which I came up to an amount of 103 million, and it's 66 million pounds. So the maglev train, which is beautiful, which is amazing, which is there is no argument, but the infrastructure for it cost 969 times more expensive than the infrastructure for the Skyway. And after you asking a question, do you think Skyway is not possible? Do you think Skyway is not needed? That's for you an actual certified provement that the Skyway is working, is cheaper, is reliable, is safer, is faster. Yes, it does a good thing. The maglev train and the Skyway trains, they share the same good things, like it's electrical, it's running on solar plates and all those things. It doesn't release carbon dioxide to the air. They share lots of positive things, but the cost of it, the cost is such in different scales. So that's for you to kind of see and understand a little bit about the maglev. Let's move to now next topic, which is how Unitsky can save the planet. So here I have a few questions. How deeply technology moved on since our grandparents born? Yeah. So I just give you an example that my grandma, she's 94 years old, and when she born there was no TV, but there was maybe a first phones and communication distance system. But how fast is technological movement? How harmful that technology evolution to us, to animals, to our nature? How dangerous is the current transport? Is our children will be safe when they will grow up? What would be the next? Have you ever thought about those questions? Those questions, maybe you have your normal day-to-day basis routine, and you never have a time to ask yourself those questions. But what would be next? Do you know how much bad of the periodical table formulas? It's in the air, it's in the water, it's in the food. If you were thinking about you might be busy with your daily routine 9 to 5, but you want to go home and you don't want to contribute to the future. But you are the future. You are the someone 100 years ago contributed to your future. David Barrett created for you that you can watch a TV. Graham Bell contributed that you can have a phone. What could you contribute? Are you ready to contribute? And me being here and saying that, I love to do that. That's what I love to do. I love to contribute because I feel that I'm contributing, even though how much less than 20 people. However, I know that the guests and people who will come back and watch this presentation and this webinar online when it's going to be recorded, they will see that. They will see and they will think. And all what we need, all the company, we need a 1%. We need a 1% of the people in the earth. So, if we come back to a subject, that the modern goal is to create technologies as less harm as possible. So the most recent good technologies in the Skyway, overall in the planet, is natural gases, is organic fuels, and solar panels. Technology and especially transportation system have to improve, and it's you who can do it. Demand for the transport is increasing. What it means, and more roads, more trains and cars, upgraded transportation systems are just increasing, but nothing, all those things not continuing to maintain our life on Earth. More roads, what does it mean? It means more greens have to be cut out. More greens have to be cut out. This means the animals which need to go more away, because we need the more roads, because all those engines and the cars, and it's developing because we have it more and more. But we're not thinking what's happening next. Let's have a look to the next slide, guys. It's like in my last webinar, the same sort of slides I put here, because that's a really vital and important information. So it's about the Unitsky, how can we save our planet? So for the past decades, the demands of fire and combustion engine needs are considerably increased. Yeah. So this fire is now burned in car engines, in diesel trains, in ships, in airplanes, in heating furnaces, in atomic power stations, in boiler rooms, in factories, and etc., etc., etc. There is so many things where are they burned. So a number of the harmful emissions goes to the air we breathe in, the food we eat in, the water we're drinking. So it's all consisted from the thousands and thousands of micro harmful elements caused by those engines spoken earlier. I put here for exactly just to read for you the elements like nitric oxide, carbon, sulfur, benzopyrene, chlorine, polynuclear hydrocarbon to become and radioactive isotopes. It's just for you to kind of think about all the scary words and how bad things are happening in the air. So the increased number of motor vehicles has caused the concentration of all these harmful substances in the air. I'm not even going to talk to you about the planes, which is multi-engine planes, which is, as I talked in last webinar, which goes when they go from one place to another, they burn a ozone level up to on the size of the small European country. And when I also talked in the last webinar that I did my research in terms of the cars and the roads and the roads accidents. So in 2014 in UK, 1,775 people died in the road accidents. 20,000 people have been badly injured, and the rest of them mildly injured or injured overall, physically or psychologically. The Unitsky's plan, Unitsky's idea, and Anatoly Unitsky's invention now gave us an opportunity to reduce those accidents by 95%. 190 people, 190,000 people would be still alive, or something like that, plus minus, would be still all right. They wouldn't have this accident. But how many great inventors like Anatoly were there? How many great designers? How many great family people, fathers and mothers? How many? All those people had these accidents. We now here to be a part of the Skyway, to be a part of the opportunity that is no longer going to happen. We will live peacefully and happily. Wealth, happiness, and health. That's the all three things what we're going to follow. You all will have them. That's the Anatoly Unitsky's a proposition, a plan. Besides that, a company, you are part of the company. So when you buy your shares, when you get a part of the company, where you deliver the message about the company, that's Anatoly, that's you, that's George, that's Michael. We're all on the same level, along with Anatoly, because he gave us an opportunity to be part of the not just part of the history, but part of his idea. He's not driven the idea by this idea in financial perspective. No, the Anatoly is driven by the idea which he has been given 38 years ago, and that's why we now here and listening to this webinar, my dear friends. Okay, so how could you earn on innovations? Basically, thankfully for the Mr. Unitsky, that who would give us a chance not only be part of this, we also are part, more than a part of his innovation. You can be also an owner, which I just told you. You can buy a certain percentage of the company by simply investing it, and an absolutely greatly and ridiculously, I'm sorry to use these words, affordable prices. The mean behind the investments which you make is not profit oriented. Okay, the company is its idea generated source which you're contributing in the future, and now it's happening. It's happening right now. It's already building happiness. It's already all those transportation 1 to 10 or 1 to 1 models are happening. And what can be more proud than
Jan, sorry to interrupt you again. So I finally managed to upload those pictures from Belarus. So if you will pass me the screen, I will be able to show you guys why I'm actually doing this, because I remember when I started, so a lot of people, they ask me, oh Arman, have you ever seen Unitsky? And I said, you know what, I haven't seen Unitsky, but I know those people who have like photos with him. So now we came to the moment when I'm doing the same thing. And here, I hope you see my screen. So if you see my screen, Jan, please tell me, because I don't know if you see.
Oh, I can't see your screen now.
Can you see it?
Unfortunately, no. I can see only you.
Only me, yeah. Okay, wait a minute. So, oh, can you? Wait a minute. So, make a presenter. Okay, guys. So now you have to see my screen, and okay, do you see it?
Yeah.
Perfect, guys. So the things what they are showing on the internet, actually you can see on my screen. So this is the pictures which I took when I've been there. So you can see how many people are there. So they came from more than 30 countries just to see themselves and to plant a tree. So that's how this Eco Techno Park choose to place this first based for the first kilometer, and it's already like you can see there in the middle that is like a Belarus point, so which was robbed by us. And here you see myself, so now I can tell, yes, Unitsky is a real guy, so he is alive and he's doing well. And there we are robbing this point and his presentation. So why I'm actually showing all these things to you, because today it's very important to understand that everything what we are doing, we are like one big investor. So we don't need to go a traditional way because we have a lot of, I would say, competitors who don't want to see this project going on. But for the 90% of people, this project is actually, basically Unitsky gave it to the 90% of people, and that's all of us. Today, what we are doing, so we are coming together, we are investing the money, but we are not buying shares. We are actually supporting Unitsky, and he's cutting from his piece of cake, so he's cutting a little bit for all of us. It's a unique opportunity, and it was, you know, I haven't seen anyone who did that so far. And he's sharing, so he's not greedy man, and he's saying, guys, like if we were gonna do it, all of us we will be rich. And the thing what Andrei Harada is saying, that this pyramid, because all of us heard many times that, oh guys, this is financial pyramid, so I will not gonna participate, and they tell blah blah blah, right? But if you will look at the point how the banks are working, how the government is like I said, so there is all the pyramid, right? And we are on the bottom. But what he is giving to us in this moment, so he is giving to us the opportunity to become the first one, and we will turn it upside down, this pyramid, and we will be on the top. All the people will be on the top. And when why we will be on the top? Because today the things what we are doing by supporting him, so we are first participate who are investing money and helping him to make his dream come true. This is a unique opportunity for all of us. And today, at the end of the webinar, so all of you who will who stayed until the last minute, so you will get promotional code, and if you will decide to participate, if you will decide to invest, just go back to those people who invite you to this webinar, or to those people who are actually your managers, and ask them how to join, how to become one of this family member. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that you are here, and I hope that many of you will choose to watch this webinar online. Jan, you are amazing. So I'm really glad to work with you. Carry on, and thank you very much for all your attention. Thank you
Thank you very much, Armand. Thank you very much. That was lovely. That was lovely to hear you. So I'm just gonna, Armand, if you can give me the rights to have my screen.
Yeah, just a second.
Yeah. So, okay. Armand, okay, so yeah, we'll come back to my screen, which is gonna, okay, is anyone, Armand, I need the rights for the screen, I still don't have them. Or do you see my screen, Armand?
I already gave it to you.
Okay, perfect, here we go. Okay, okay, now, now I can have my screen back, so just want to show you quickly about the Skyway, the time scale, the actual time scale. So please be careful when have a look at the time scale. So here you can see that you see a 39-year time scale overall. Started when Unitskis, with all his ambitions, started his novelty and a curiosity in the string technology. So now we are in the almost year 2015 and the beginning of 2016, and as you can see on your screen that now we between 2015 and 16 where the building and the constructions are happening, which is just right here, and then in 2016 demonstration and certification are happening. So it's almost the end of 2015. The funny thing is what I can say is just where I live in here in UK and where Armand live, where in United Kingdom, when the summer is finished in August, on September you can already choose your Christmas tree for the winter. So unfortunately here we can't feel that our time flies every time because we have either winter or either summer. Yeah, but it's so funny when you're still warm and hot and you're still want to go on the beach and have some fun and sun, but someone offers you already a Christmas menu, a Christmas booking, a Christmas tree, and it's just hey people, there is not even the Halloween didn't happen. There's not so many other things. Why you give me an impression of when it's not winter to have a winter already? Anyway, that's a little funny things for you to in order to understand how my mindset here is working. So we are in the stage of building and the constructions. So between on the November, which means in 13 months, which is October, yeah. So in 13 months time, in November 2016, that was the time when the project demonstrations and when the building would be finished in the Ecotechno Park in Belarus, and the demonstration and certification will take place until year 2017, where the shares goes to all the shares will go to IPO market, and everyone can have the participation in those events. Also, Armand's already told that about the 0 kilometer, which I prepared here. However, he already explained that was a big event. The 0 kilometer is there, so it means from Belarus all the way started to around the world. That's the 0 kilometer. That's a really historical moment that Armand's witnessed. I'm really jealous, really much, but because Armand's my fellow colleague with who I'm working along with, and he been there, and for me next to see him once he's going to be back after the big conference happening in Moscow on 23rd and 25th of October. I will shake his hand. I will shake his hand with this hand which touched the 0 kilometer. So, however, I'm going to go there soon as well to touch it myself. Guys, in the conclusion, we took a bit too long time for our presentation. I'm really sorry to take more time as expected. However, we didn't expect such an interaction in between me and Armand in this presentation. So I just quickly want to show you the share page. As you can see, there's the value of the package, discount, shares in the package, estimated cost of the package, and estimated capitalization. So just for $10, you can buy 540 shares. These 540 shares is estimated cost of the package in 2017 is $540. Yeah, so for $10 you buy, 540 you get, $540 in 540 shares converted to $540 from £10 in 2017. For $60 you pay, for 4,860 shares you get, and estimated cost of the package in 2017 4,860. It's just a little table for you to see how much the packages are cost now. Different things are happening. I need to let you know that the discounted things are going less and less every month because the risk and the potential risk of the company not getting a success is 0 to none. So company is improving. The more their models are going, are happening and building, and our shares cost more and more and more. So if you invest now, I can guarantee you that now your share, if you buy the shares in a month time, they will be cost much more. The one more thing before I finish, there is a 3 times you can allocate. I was thinking about 3 types of people. None of all these types are good, because investing in a Skyway is a good thing, it's a beneficial thing. But there is a 3 types of people. You can invest, and then you get the return in 2017 in May. You can sell your shares or do whatever, but you invest. Another thing, you invest and you wait in 2017, and then you wait 2018, 2019, and you get your dividends once the rails start happening. Imagine for each sold ticket, because you are owner of the company as well, you get your dividends back on the life dividends. You can leave them for your kids and for your grandkids. And the third thing, it's what me, Armand, and many more people are doing. We are helping the company to grow. We are helping the company to improve. We are helping the Mr. Unitsky, along with him, to create an empire of the people who believe what he believes. And I hope, guys, you're going to believe what I believe, because the thing what I'm doing a good thing. I'm doing something good. I'm not just living my life, my busy life with all those happening, sorts of 150,000 things. I'm doing the good thing. The good thing in terms of I'm going to be not only in the part of the good society who does create some transportation system. No, it's a history. It's a good history. It's a beneficial, and it's for us. Once again, guys, thank you very much for everyone who came here today. The Armand was saying something about the promo code. Do you want to come back to us and give participants?
Yes, guys, I already gave it. Please, as I asked before, so press plus minus if you heard, because there are no any feedbacks. I just would like to see that you are still here. So, and everything what I'm typing, so you see it and you can copy it. But I already gave it on the chat, so I hope that you see.
Perfect.
Have you seen it, Jan?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then,
All right, guys.
I hope all of the people, so they don't have questions, and if they don't have questions, so that pretty much we're done. Thank you very much, and see you next time.
Armand, thank you very much as well to participate in your busy time. Armand actually, by the way, now staying in a hotel in Moscow after the event of the 0 kilometer. He's staying there for the event of a big, massive, yearly conference in the Skyway, along with all those big surnames like Unitsky, Havratov, Sibirikov, Sukhadoyev, and all those big people there. He will, along with them. I wish him a good luck. I wish him a good conference, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you very much for your attention, participation, and thank you for your belief. Because if you're thinking that you're not believing in the right thing, it means I'm not believing in the right thing, and I contribute to Skyway a bunch of my free time. All my free time goes there, so I don't have any free time, and I don't want to have free time. So when I create all these webinars and presentation, I'm in love with that. I'm happy to do that. And thank you guys. Thank you once again. Bye bye.